Good evening, friends. Today is July 31st, 2026, and the world of medicine just took a massive leap forward. In this video, we are breaking down the biggest health and medical news happening right now. First, the NIH has just backed a groundbreaking AI tool that can listen to a child's voice and predict depression up to 6 years before it starts. Next, the FDA dropped a wave of game-changing approvals, including a brand new, first-in-class ADHD capsule and the highly anticipated shift from painful cancer infusions to a quick syringe injection. Plus, a severe global health warning from the World Health Organization regarding wildfire smoke, and a massive student health crisis out of India that has sparked emergency camps. If you want to stay ahead of the latest science that could impact your life, hit that subscribe button. Let's dive in. Segment 1, AI predicts childhood depression 6 years early. We start today with a phenomenal breakthrough funded by the National Institutes of Health, NIH. For years, diagnosing depression and anxiety in young children has been a guessing game for parents and psychologists, often relying on symptoms that only show up after the damage is done. But today, scientists announced an AI-powered linguistic analysis model. Researchers trained an AI to analyze the exact language, framing, and structure children use when describing early life stress or stressful events. Asterisk the discovery, the AI looks at linguistic features, how a child frames a problem, the specific vocabulary they use, and their narrative patterns. Asterisk the accuracy, this model successfully predicted the onset of clinical depression and anxiety disorders up to 6 years in advance. Asterisk why it matters, it completely outperformed the current psychological gold standard risk assessments. Imagine being able to provide targeted, preventative mental health therapy to a 7-year-old because an AI identified risk factors in their speech, completely averting a mental health crisis when they turn 13. This shifts psychiatry from reactive treatment to proactive prevention. Segment 2, FDA July 2026 mega approvals and advisory votes. July 2026 has been an absolutely frantic month for the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, culminating in massive decisions handed down over the last 24 hours. Let's look at the 3 major drug updates dominating the medical field today. Hashtag 1. The first of its kind ADHD treatment, Simtrio. The FDA has officially approved Simtrio, centanafidine, a once-daily extended-release capsule for adults and children aged 6 and older. Asterisk the mechanism, this is a historic approval because it is the first and only approved NDSRI and norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Asterisk the difference, traditional ADHD stimulants primarily focus on dopamine and norepinephrine. By adding serotonin regulation into the mix, Simtrio offers a highly individualized approach to behavior and attention control. It is expected to hit pharmacies later this year following DEA scheduling. Hashtag 2. Oncology revolution, Sarclisa Ishina injection. For multiple myeloma patients, cancer treatment usually means sitting in an infusion chair for hours. Not anymore. Asterisk the FDA has approved Sarclisa Ishina, isatuximab, as a subcutaneous injection across all its indications. Asterisk instead of intravenous lines, patients can now receive this life-saving therapy via a fast manual syringe or an on-body injector, radically improving the quality of life for cancer patients. Hashtag 3. Advanced melanoma breakthrough, RP1 plus Opdivo. Just last night, the FDA Cellular, Tissue, and Gene Therapies Advisory Committee voted 10-3 in favor of a new combination therapy for advanced melanoma. They declared that the benefit-risk profile of V_usolimagine odoperapec, RP1, combined with the immunotherapy Opdivo, nivolumab, is highly favorable for patients who have already failed prior anti-PD-1 therapies. This provides a critical lifeline for patients with skin cancer who had run out of treatment options. New drug/therapy, target condition, key advantage. Simtrio ADHD, adults and kids 6+, first ever NDSRI triple neurotransmitter inhibitor. Sarclisa Ishina, multiple myeloma, rapid subcutaneous injection replaces long-for infusions. RP1 plus Opdivo, advanced melanoma, favorable FDA vote for drug-resistant skin cancer. Segment 3, who issues critical wildfire smoke warning. Turning to international public health, the World Health Organization, WHO, issued an urgent news release today regarding an invisible, highly underestimated health crisis: wildfire smoke. With massive fires tearing across regions globally this summer, the WHO is warning that the danger extends far beyond the flames. The core threat: wildfire smoke travels across entire continents, severely degrading air quality in downwind communities thousands of miles away from the actual fire. Physical and psychological impacts: the smoke carries toxic mixtures of fine particulate matter, PM2.5, that penetrate deep into the lungs and bloodstream, triggering strokes, heart attacks, and severe respiratory distress. The mental toll: today's WHO brief specifically highlights the severe psychological trauma and anxiety experienced by populations blanketed by persistent, darkened, smoky skies. The WHO is urging governments to treat air quality management and smoke shelter infrastructure as core pillars of climate adaptation, warning that our current public health systems are radically underprepared for the scale of smoke pollution we are seeing. Segment 4, Global Health Bulletins, India and Hong Kong. Next, we look at critical regional health developments making major headlines today in Asia. Hashtag Karnataka college crisis, 7,000 plus youths test HIV positive. In a shocking report from the Karnataka State AIDS Prevention Society, KSAPS, data shows that the number of young adults aged 15 to 35 living with HIV in the state has ballooned from 49,000 a couple of years ago to nearly 83,000 today. More than 7,000 students have tested positive. The response: the government has strictly ordered all engineering, degree, and private colleges to set up mandatory, integrated HIV awareness in health camps. Health officials clarify that transmission isn't happening on the campuses themselves, rather, the colleges are being used as crucial hubs to offer confidential counseling, break the social stigma, and capture undiagnosed cases early to get these youth onto free antiretroviral therapy, ART. Hashtag Hong Kong's new dignity law takes effect. Meanwhile, in a major victory for patient autonomy, Hong Kong's landmark advanced decision on life-sustaining treatment ordinance officially goes into effect today. This law empowers terminally ill patients who are mentally capable to sign legally binding advanced medical directives. Under this ordinance, patients can explicitly refuse life-sustaining treatments like CPR or mechanical ventilation, allowing them to pass away peacefully with dignity when medical intervention would only prolong suffering. Segment 5, Quickfire Clinical Research Round. Before we wrap up, let's look at today's Quickfire Clinical Research headlines published in major journals. HIV therapy and weight gain. A new study published in JAMA today reveals that adults initiating modern HIV therapies experience significant variations in treatment-associated weight gain, prompting calls for more personalized metabolic monitoring. The metformin brain mystery. Scientists have finally solved the 60-year-old mystery regarding the diabetes drug metformin. New data reveals it doesn't just work in the liver and gut, it directly alters deep brain circuits that regulate metabolism and aging. The perimenopause supplement update. New data published on integrative medicine shows that while supplements like ashwagandha, magnesium, and melatonin are widely used by women to combat perimenopausal insomnia and anxiety, more targeted clinical trials are desperately needed, as current data remains mixed. Get your workouts in. Regular physical activity can lower your breast cancer risk. Experts say you should get either 150 minutes of moderate exercise or 75 minutes of harder, vigorous workouts over the course of a week. You can also do a bit of both. WebMD. Check your toiletries. Many cosmetics, lotions, and hair products have parabens, which can act like a weak estrogen in your body. Some scientists think these chemicals might be able to trigger hormone-positive breast cancer, but the research is far from clear. If you're worried about the risk, you can buy items made without this substance. WebMD. Brain rot. Short videos have become one of the leading sources of information and entertainment for internet users worldwide. Reflecting the scale of this trend, TikTok alone had an estimated 2 billion active users in 2025, spanning generations from Gen Z to older adults. The cognitive implications of this phenomenon have been linked to brain rot, a term describing cognitive deterioration associated with the digital age. It is characterized by declining cognitive performance, attention deficits, and emotional desensitization resulting from prolonged exposure to low-quality digital content. Medscape. Outro and CTA. From AI predicting depression 6 years early to brand new mechanisms for treating ADHD, today, July 31, 2026, proves that medical science is moving faster than ever before. Which of these breakthroughs do you think will have the biggest impact on global health? Are you excited about the shift toward AI in mental health, or are you closely watching the new FDA drug approvals? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss your daily dose of the medical frontier. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Disclaimer: compiled information. This content is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional advice. The audience must verify the contents before use. The creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be responsible for any harm.